Good evening. It's Monday, new week, and we're back after having another small little break, but the break was required, and it was the calm before the storm, and I think the show's worked. I think it's worked. We've sold a ton of cars last week, and we bought a shed load of cars. Begging your pardon, Mum. And yeah, it's been incredibly busy. Michelle went on holiday again, and we've just been having a busy week last week. Not a chance to film. My microphone's just arrived back, so I'm back online. So I thought we'll just start all over again. What on earth's your problem, Pocho? Hey? You're tap dancing. What do you think this is? What do you think this is? A bloody river dance? So I'm going to walk you through it all bit by bit, probably tomorrow because it's end of play on Monday. But by God, we have had a very busy week or two. Some old faces have gone, and we have some new faces. And Michelle is back tomorrow because she went off tour guiding today and left me alone again. And she's broken down on the motorway and she's being recovery trucked back. So I think her coolant went everywhere. Her manifold, what's it called? Heat exchanger thing. I can't remember the bloody name. Anyway, failed. Coolant everywhere. Heater matrix something. I haven't a bloody clue. But anyway, that's all failed, and she's got coolant everywhere. Completely overcooked the engine, so I think that one's heading to the scrapyard. 156,000 miles she's done in that little puppy. Anyway, so the church bells are chiming. I need to go and prepare some supper for her, for myself, get Poncho fed, and head back to base. But I'm going to walk you through everything tomorrow so you can see what exactly has happened. But just to let you know, we're back, and let's crack on with the week. Laters. Shall I tell you what's happened?
Yes.
We're being taken to court. We are. So the Grandland lady bought the car on the 8th of May.
Right.
25th of May, she got the engine management light on and told me, and then I said, well, okay, we'll get someone over to come and diagnose it. And then she says, all right, okay. So Joe goes over to diagnose, and he was going to take the car and repair it, but he then got a puncture on his way out to go and see her. So he was late by 30 minutes. So he then diagnosed it and said, I'll need to order the parts to then do the repair. And then she was, a bit like that and not happy at all. And then she sends me a message saying, I want to hand the car back. You listening?
Yeah.
I want to hand the car back. I want a refund. So I then call up logistics and go, hang on a second, is this right? And they go, no. Was the fault there at the time of sale? I said, no. And they said, well, she needs to prove that the fault was there at the time of sale. If she can't prove that, then we don't have to do a repair, although we are doing a repair. So we've sent her times and dates that we can do the repair, and she doesn't work, but I understand people have busy lives, and she then suddenly says she has meetings every day, all hours of the day, and she can't possibly accommodate us going to her to pick the car up, to repair it, and then bring it back, okay? Yeah. So she's saying, no, that won't do, I'm returning the car. I know my consumer rights, and I've spoken to a solicitor and everything like that. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. I totally understand that. In the meantime, I'm chatting to the chaps at Logistics, and I've literally written it down. I've recorded the phone calls and everything, and literally, if she wants to reject the car, she needs to prove that the fault was present at the time of sale, as per the Consumer Rights Act.
But you have evidence of her saying a light has come on the 25th of May.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if it was evident before that, she wouldn't be informing you.
Well, she's got documents to sign that, all the handover documents, the inspection documents and everything else like that. That's, So then we're trying to fix it, and she's saying, no, I want to return the car. She's saying it's unfit for purpose. Now, this is a sensor that's fault. It's not causing any problem with the car. She's driving it around, and she's saying it's unfit for purpose, which it's not. And so she's saying she's going to drop the car up here, and she wants a full refund. She's dropping it off tomorrow afternoon, and if we don't give her a full refund, she's taking us to court. I should get my suit out by the looks of things.
Yeah, you look.
I might have to brush up a little bit. Do you think?
You look gorgeous.
It's no laughing matter, sweetie.
No, stop laughing.
It's no. Well, I'm not laughing, but it's but what puts me at ease is we have Logistics covering us, saying what we, given the exact scenario, and but anyway, so I'm waiting for a call from Logistics now, just to tell them what the final bit is, that she's going to bring the car, she wants the refund, otherwise it's court time, fisticuffs time.
Wow.
And we're doing everything we can to fix it.
So she's threatening us.
Do you call that a threat? I mean,
yeah.
Okay, but fine, threaten away, whatever you want to threat with. Throw your toys out the pram, smother me with ice cream, I don't care. But, that's where we're at with Grandland Lady.
Right.
And yes, you were saying she loves taking people to court. She's just one of these people that loves taking people to court.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
On the test drive, I didn't clock that she might do that to us.
Well, but that's because we're really nice people.
Who goes out of their way to constantly take people to court?
They've got a bit of a grudge to bear, haven't they? They're like, these are my rights, this is not right, this should be like that,
But what a stress.
Well, stress for them.
Exactly.
I don't know why they want to put stress on themselves to just constantly just try to be fighting people and being unreasonable. Unreasonable, the fact that they're not accepting our offer to repair a faulty sensor. But if she didn't take this approach and everything, it could be a different, anyway, some people. Anyway, so we've got our first nutter.
Yeah.
We got our first nutter.
But she doesn't want the car.
So she's now going. So she did actually call up. She sent a message saying her parking sensors don't work. We should probably turn the parking sensor button off. So yes, she's digging. She's finding faults now. She's finding faults. She's in desperation mode. She's probably going to say there's no fuel in the car. I don't know. Anyway, so Logistics are going to call in a minute, and we're just going to put this one to bed. We're going to say to her, look, you can't reject the car. You can leave the car here, but it's up to you. Hopefully it won't get nicked or stolen. But you're not getting any money from us, as it stands at the moment. And if we're in the wrong, fine, we're in the wrong. I will pay her the money and take the car back. No quibbles. Anyway, that's where we're at, chaps. Michelle is here. Back from holiday. Why are you hiding your face?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
Oh, my thing's going all funny. Yeah, she'll come out of the shell a bit later on. Right, chaps, sorry for the waffle. Just explaining to Michelle. I thought I'd explain it to you as well, but there we go. All right, laters. Okay, Tuesday afternoon, about what, 4 o'clock? I've got to go and shoot and pick up kids, but then I'm back here because I've got more shit to do. So an update on what's happening about my court appearance. Now, it's not getting there yet, but lots more back and forth with the customer. She's a bit angry. I'm being nice as pie, and logistics feeding me what to send to her, and logistics have been fantastic, and basically confirming everything. Yeah, stand your ground and all that sort of stuff. So they said one thing you should do is just highlight the clause where it says that you don't have the right to do whatever you're saying you're wanting to do. So I did that and sent it off to her, and she's called up, sort of a little bit nicer, and she's now saying she needs a courtesy car. Now we don't need to supply a courtesy car, but as she's being a little bit nicer, I said, well, we will see what we can get. See if we can get you a courtesy car, because I don't want to put you out at all. So she said it has to be a high car because my back and I have spasms. And I said, I totally understand. I'll look for the lowest car we have possible. Not really, but that's where we are. And the repair is going ahead because it ended up that she was just going to be dropping the car off here and expecting a refund. Well, I told her that ain't happening. So we're going to repair it. So that's where we're at with that. So I don't really need to take my suit to the dry cleaners just yet. So we're going to do the repair and make sure she's happy. But anyway, that's what I've been doing all bloody day today. And it's been driving me up the wall. So Michelle's buggered off, and I've got to go pop out into Totnes, but I'm going to be coming back. And when I get back, I'm going to show you some cars. I keep saying I'm going to show you some bloody cars, but I am, because I've got loads to show you. Anyway, right, that was the court update, and I'll catch you chaps later on. Bye. Right, school run complete. So right, let me show you. Let me show you what, or tell you which cars we have shifted on in the last couple of weeks. So remember the black Discovery? Black Discovery sold. The white Discovery sold. The BMW sold. What else? The green Citroen Cactus sold. Cactus, there's a few more. I think there's about 6 or so last week that flew out the door. What else? I can't remember. Oh, Michelle, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Michelle, what are you doing?
I was going to boo you.
You're going to what?
I was going to boo you.
Boo me?
Yeah.
What are you doing? So, Michelle.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what happened to you yesterday.
Oh.
Go on.
Okay. Well.
Go on. You were going to Falmouth.
Do you remember how you said?
Your car. Right. First of all, your car.
My beautiful car.
Ford Focus Titanium 1.6 12 plate. 11 plate.
156,000 golden miles.
Yeah.
Decorated in the paint off your picket fence. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you said,
yeah.
I'm worried about that car. One day it's going to give up on you on the A38 coming back from Falmouth.
True. And what happened yesterday?
So I was driving
rather
along
smug here.
after my 17-hour work day, and my car suddenly lost power.
Yeah.
And I went down into third.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't really paying attention. Then I was like, oh, I really don't have any oomph anymore. And then steam fire and smoke coming out of the steering column, hissing, and I went, whoo! And then I panicked, and I thought,
Like a true car dealer would.
yes.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm either going to be gassed, pass out, cause a huge accident,
Yeah.
or the car's going to blow up,
Yeah.
yeah, or I'm going to need the fire brigade,
Okay.
like you.
All right, easy.
So,
Go on.
So I pulled over onto the non-existent hard shoulder of
Yep.
lane 1.
Yeah, come on.
Got bundled out the car
Yeah.
and waited for the police.
So you call the police?
Yeah.
So you've had the police again?
Yeah.
So it's like,
and I got to,
two-
and they picked me up as well.
they picked you up?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So the
Oh, not physically picked you up?
no,
No, just
no, I
picked you
threw
up.
myself over
So,
the
you-
crash
so, you- so,
barrier.
so you went into the police car.
I got a lift with the police car, and the other policeman drove my car to the services.
What did he say about it?
And then we all peered under the bonnet going, oh, what could it be? Because my oil didn't look like cappuccino and there was no oil anywhere, but I had no coolant.
And it was all down in the footwell, wasn't it? On
Well, when
passenger
the
side.
AA man arrived,
Yeah.
he immediately went to my footwell and he's like, see, and all my coolant was there and I had no water in the engine.
Right, that'll be your heater matrix.
Yeah, so my coolant system pressurised,
Yeah.
blew my heater matrix.
Yeah.
Car drives fine.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I love my car.
No, it doesn't. It's. Yeah. I don't think we're going to fix it, are
Yeah,
we?
but look,
But you went on the back of a recovery truck,
Yeah.
and what was that like? Was that
It
exciting?
was fantastic. I
Well-
had the most amazing conversation.
Well,
with the
seeing as
chap.
you like being on the back of a recovery truck, I thought we'd run you around in that for the time being. Hey, are they on new wheels now?
Yes.
So yeah. Well, as you do like being on the recovery truck, well, you're used to it now. So
Well, look,
you'll you'll have plenty of opportunities to get. Oh, you've got Poncho's dog crate. You've already made yourself at home in it, haven't you? Now, okay, this car.
there's no button.
Yeah, I know. So this is one of the cars I bought last week. So this was at auction. It had no report on it. The engine management light was on it, and I thought, right, I'm going to have a bit of you. So, what?
Look at the leather.
Oh yeah, nice. I mean, it's a condition, grade 2, a couple of little scuffs here and there, but nothing that we can't polish
I don't
out.
mind an engine management light.
But this, nor do I. So then they had an engine management light, no report. I thought, here we go. And so I allowed in the margin for a brand new DPF and a few other bits and bobs. And we got it with money to spare. So I have plugged my diagnosis machine in that,
Yeah.
and it's coming up with a PO49B.
What's a PO49B?
It's DPF clogged.
Oh. Well, it had that in 2021.
Well, it's got it again now, isn't it? Lucky thing.
Just needs a
So-
bounce up the motorway.
So that has got a DPF problem. Well, that's Michelle's problem now, isn't it? So whether we get that sorted out, I don't know.
I've got £2.5 grand bill.
So
Is
that's-
that what you're saying?
Yeah. So I'll show you one more car that we got. Now we get a lot of people that want a car for sort of £2.5 grand or something like that. So we got this little Qashqai. It's this little 2012. Michelle,
Sorry. I
right
got
in shot.
confused.
2012 Qashqai. And if I'd say so myself, well, what a lovely car. I mean, great condition, 115,000 miles. And I think this is retailing up about 3, I think.
3,750.
Is it 3,750?
Yeah.
Full service history, one careful lady owner, not called Michelle, and yeah, great car. So that's a nice one. Every car that bought last week is retailing under the £10,000 mark. So that's our sort of new little trial area. So while I'm out here, we've got the Crossland. That's about 50,000 miles, 19 plate. It said gears are crunching on it, but I've driven it and I've done a test drive in that car yesterday. The gears are like butter. like butter. There's nothing wrong with it at all.
Turkish taxi.
And then we have the Turkish taxi, Sandero, Laureate,
Which
whatever the hell that
It
means.
means it's got a high spec interior, and the stepway, it means it's got the high spec rugged exterior.
Beefy little chap. So quite a rugged sort of little SUV, but I don't know what they mean about the upgraded interior because. Anyway, 22,000 miles. What plate is this one? 17 plate. So 22,000 miles. Good condition. Couple of little scratches around the sides, but Devon car. Perfect. Jeep's still here. Not for long, hopefully.
Well, you sold the BMW.
Yeah, I was telling the chap earlier on. BMW sold. That's waiting to go. Volvo's still here. Bloody Volvo and the Jeep are driving us up the wall at the moment. Those two are still here, the Tucson and the Cougar, not Cougar, EcoSport. And then we've got a loads more up the top on the upper forecourt, but I'll show you those some other time. Right, Michelle, we've got some stuff to do, haven't we?
Are we doing appraisals?
What now?
Yeah.
Do you know what time it is?
No?
Well, look at your watch.
I haven't got
It's
one.
about 5:30. It's 5:30. It's almost the end of the day, isn't it? Almost the end of the day.
But it just got started.
Almost the end of the day. Right. So I was telling the chaps about the. I'm not quite getting my taking my seat to the dry cleaners just yet because we've kind of sorted that problem out, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God. Thank God for that. Anyway, complete waste of day. I wish she'd just listened and sort of looked at the documentation I sent her and everything, because it was pretty black and white. I didn't have to take the car back, but hurrah for logistics.
Yeah.
Helping. Anyway, chaps, we'll chocolate finger. I'd rather a sticky bun, actually. Do we have one? Digestive. All right then. All right. Catch you chaps later on. Bye. Well, morning chaps. Wednesday morning. Weather's all right. Bit overcast, but never mind. Mr. Alex is over there cleaning one of the new cars. I'll show you that shortly. But I'll take you up onto the top forecourt. Just check to see. Oh, Michelle. That's new. Had this for less than 24 hours, and there's signs of my picket fence on that car as well. Gosh. Right, so other cars that we got. Golf. 1 point. Is this the 1 point? This is the TSI. 1.5 or something like that. I don't know. I should know, but I don't know. 2015, 50,000 miles on it. This has got a little bit of bodywork issues on it. You can see down here. Look. Oh, you bugger. Don't know if we're going to get that out. And also down the front here. This is a grade 5, this car. But Golfs fly down here, and I have a feeling I bought a Golf down here once a few years ago, and I didn't give a shit what it was like bodywork wise. I just love Golfs, so I'm hoping to meet another me and sell the bugger to him. Maybe we'll go for a pint as well. So that's the plan with that. But mechanically, all sound was a pound. So sort of testing that one. So a lot of these cars have got a little bit of bodywork that requires a little bit of attention. But as I said, down here, I'm finding that people don't really mind a bit of a scrape or a scratch or something like that, or the alloy a bit, you know, as long as it's reflected in the price, like. But so, like this Mocha, I'll probably just leave Probably just leave that alone. That'll be all right. But down, here and stuff like that. I just don't think we'll get that sorted out. I just don't think we will. But depending on the customer, they come and say, look, I want that sorted out. Then we'll have a think about it. But anyway, so yes, a mocker, Vauxhall mocker, and a Golf. Now this mocker is filthy inside. I think someone's had someone's been spraying chocolate everywhere. It's absolutely disgusting. Look in here, or something. That rankaroo. So that needs a bloody good clean. So mocker, Golf, and down here we've got the one of two Yetis. Now these are fantastic cars and they fly out the door. They really do. 80,000 miles, automatic, DSG gearbox. A few little bits of Devon Rash on it, but what the hell? People love those down here. So, which is great. And also we've got the, this is not one we bought, this is one we sold. The Picasso sold. So that's got to get all ready. The chap didn't want the roof tent, so that is going on another car that a woman wants to maybe buy. I think it's that Nissan that's going on. But that's sold, that's having an MOT today. Michelle's doing that. Michelle's going to run that up because I've got to pop out in a minute, and I'll tell you why I've got to pop out. And I'll show you the other Yeti, which is down here. All right, Michelle.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Morning, Mr. Alex. And this is the other Yeti, which is Alex is having a crack on at the moment. It's pretty good inside. Again, bodywork's good. A couple little scrapes. Again, 80,000 miles. DSG gearbox, automatic. What's not to like about that? Hey? Right, I've got to get ready to go on a bit of an adventure, haven't I, Michelle?
Born ready.
Huh?
You're born ready.
I know, but I must tell you what I'm about to do, because it'll all make sense. So, Joe, which I'm sure you all, Shifting Metal, is organising the Motortrade Mille, which is basically a group of car traders. We've got £1,000 to spend on a car of a liking, and we're going from Calais over to Cologne, staying in hotels, hitting the Nürburgring, racing around the Nürburgring, and then driving it back. So it's 1,000 miles in total, and then they're going straight into G3 auctions in Bedford. And then the cars are being auctioned off, and the money is going to a charity of our liking, choosing, isn't it?
It is.
So last night...
We get to stay in a bed that looks like a BMW car.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we do.
Show them the pictures.
No, no. Anyway, so no. So Michelle and I are doing this Motorway Melee, 1,000 miles from Calais to Cologne, round the Nürburgring, back into Bedford G3, auction them off for charity. And last night I found our chariot, didn't I? And today I'm going to go and pick it up. I'm going to go and pick it up right now. And what a belter it is, isn't it?
I don't think there's a weirder car on the road.
It's a cracker. But I'm sure you'll see, we'll do build up, because now we've bought the car. Well, I haven't bought it yet, about to buy it. Bought the car. We'll now start the process of telling you who the charity is that we're going to raise money for. And we're pretty much, whittled it down to one or two, haven't we?
No.
Yes, we have.
I thought this morning you said.
We whittled it down then. Whatever.
Nothing.
What's wrong with you today?
No,
Huh?
but I thought this morning you said not to do that one.
Okay, well, we've whittled it down. We're going to choose one, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we're finalising the charity. Okay.
Motor traders in need.
Motor traders in need. Yeah. And then we're going to start prepping the car, getting it ready for its 1,000-mile trip, which will probably be the last 1,000 miles it does. Won't it?
No.
Why?
Well, it's a cracker.
I know it's a cracker.
She'll go on and on.
She will go on and on. 113,000 miles, 2.5 litre Mercedes. But it ain't any normal Mercedes, is it? So I'm literally need to leave in 10 minutes, and I'll show you the car today, and then we're going to have a lot of fun getting it ready, sort of sign writing it and all that sort of stuff. I'm looking forward to that. And then driving up the motorway. But I've got to have you'll see, I'm a bit nervous about driving it back, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I am.
Well, don't be.
I'm going to get a lot of looks.
Well, everyone's going to give you space, aren't they?
Okay, stay tuned, stay tuned. Right, chaps, sorry, a bit of a long clip there, but got a cup of tea in hand, going to woof this and then head up to collect this car. And I'll catch you chaps later. Bye. Right, afternoon chaps, well actually evening, but a Wednesday evening, and guess what? That Crosslander is bloody sold. Sold today. Fantastic. A lovely lady came over and test drove that for the second time, and said, well, there's no reason why not to buy it really. I said, absolutely not. So she put her £250 deposit down, and that's going to go, and that only came in, so that car came in on Friday. We did the AI images on it, in prep, all the specs on it, and got a lead without even having to, get it through all the processes of prep, and she understood that it might be a bit dirty, fine, she understood that. So great, fantastic. Let's hope the others shift as well soon. But the Melee car, I went to go and pick up the Melee car, the Motorway Melee car we're doing for charity. And I'm standing right in front of it. And by God, I've been thinking today, am I completely and utterly nuts? Or not, but you tell me. Look at this. What a cracker! Look at that! It's a hearse, which has been pimped up actually for a previous automotive rally, Bangers for Ben. So this probably has appeared somewhere, actually in 2023 by the looks of things. But look at the state of her. She's a Mercedes 2.5 litre, enormous brake horsepower. It goes so slowly you cannot believe. It drinks the fuel, but that's going to be our chariot up to the Nürburgring. So we're going to rattle that round the Nürburgring. I mean, look at it. I mean, look at this. There's a pint of Guinness on the bonnet, which lights up when you turn the lights on. Fantastic. That was the selling point, really. That was the selling point. But what an animal. Flashing lights and everything. I mean, look, it's got bloody everything on the side of it. I mean, I don't know what it means, but who are you going to call, the undertakers or the bone shakers? I don't know. So let's have a look at the back. What a car! What a car! To go 1,000 miles up to the Nürburgring, thrash it round the ring, and then bring it back for auction. All for charity. All for charity. So that's what we're going to do. It's probably not going to look like this when we finished with it. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with it when we finalise the charity we're going to do it for. We're going to probably re-sticker it, or we don't want to spend too much money on it at all. Stickers, okay, hopefully cheap, but got to try and avoid painting and all that sort of stuff and wrapping. But The green, the white, the orange is all paint. So we might just leave it at that. Take the stickers off, put our own stuff on. There's going to be bunting and all that sort of stuff on it when we're finished with it, and more stickers and God knows what else. So, but I'm going to leave that pint of Guinness right in the front, unspilt the whole way. What a cracking car! What a cracker! And I found this last night, 11:30. I said to Michelle, "Look, just, we can't not do it, can we?" And fortunately, she agreed. And I literally messaged the chap and said, "I'll pick it up 10 o'clock tomorrow morning." Exactly what I did. £1,000. So yeah, I've got to try and find a place to put this because I can't really keep it here. Really, customers coming up and everything. Unfortunately, I got a big barn where I live, but getting it into the barn's got a bit of a big ledge. So let me figure that one out. Yeah, you'll be seeing a lot more of her over the next few weeks. Next few weeks while we sort of figure out what we're going to do with it. But for now, it's going to stay there for tonight or tomorrow, and then hopefully into the barn. Sorry, I'm not quite sure what happened there. I've got a bit of sorting out of cars to do here this evening. It's about 7:30. Michelle's car is, I think we're probably going to scrap it. Look at it, look at all its lonesome down there. That's such a shame. MOT pass, a couple of tyres needed doing on that. Out the door on, actually, the bugger said it had an advisory on the windscreen. A chip on the windscreen. Oh yeah, right there. What would you call that? Zone? Is that zone 1? Mind you, it's not a fail. It's probably bloody repairable. I don't think we should be spending. I think it was 350 quid to replace this windscreen, and there's an advisory of a chip there. What do you reckon? No, that doesn't. I don't think that needs a new windscreen. So I'm going to get the chickens back in the pen. Chickens here in the pen there. The hearse can probably snuck in behind them if there's room. I think I'm going to go off for a pint. That's exactly what I'm going to do. What a cracking day. Car sold. The Melee car bought. And then we've got a full-on day tomorrow. Dartmouth Regatta meeting tomorrow because they've got an event down there, and we're going to hopefully attend with tent boxes and cars. We'll see. Anyway, chaps, catch you later. Bye. Well, afternoon, chaps. It's Thursday afternoon. A painful day it has been today. Very painful. So I've arranged. You remember the Grandland lady? So we've arranged for her car to be fixed, and arranged a courtesy car for her. So I gave her the hearse. Not really. I'd love to have given her the hearse, but the EcoSport, the grey EcoSport, which is high. It ticks the boxes for her, which is fine. So I thought I'll just go and check it all over. I'll get the courtesy car paperwork done, vehicle inspection, which is basically a duplicate of our vehicle inspection for courtesy hiring out, or whatever you want to call it. So I thought I'll go and check over the car, and then got in the car, and the tyre light came on. I went back round the back of the car, looked at the tyre. It was really, really soft. Went down to the garage. I thought, right, let's get this repaired. New tyre on the back. I think we just had a brand new tyre put on there. So a nail or something's gone into that, which is frustrating. Anyway, glad I checked it rather than just jumping in it and then really, really putting salt in the wound and giving her a car with a flat tyre. So that's all fine. But she texted me this morning and said, Sam, she's clearly digging. She's digging and digging for issues with the car. And she said, Sam, I've noticed that there's a mileage discrepancy on the car and in the previous records. So I looked, I couldn't remember off the top of my head, so I had a look at the mileage, the MOT mileage, and yes, there is a discrepancy there. And we put the mileage and everything, all the mileage dates and the service dates in the description on the advert. But so she's looking at this to say, right, definitely want to hand the car back because you missold me and all that sort of stuff. But I was looking at the mileage and it looks like that car has had a flat battery. It's had a new battery put in and it's switched to kilometres, and the readings are pretty consistent as it being kilometres. And then someone switched it back to mileage. And whoever's done the mileage on the MOT or the service has read it as kilometres. Well, that's what I hope anyway. So I've been sort of working through the mileage, converting them to kilometres, and it all stacks up. So I've told her that. So hopefully she's fine with that. Hopefully. But yeah, it was all in the description for the advert. Thank God. So I feel like I've been dodging bullets today. Catching them in my teeth though. So what I've got to do now, so I'm basically going through all the adverts that we've got for all the cars, just going through all their descriptions, just making sure they're absolutely perfect. If there is any mileage discrepancies, it's definitely on there, because I was quite unsure when she sent a message, so I just thought, let's just belt and braces here. And we've been setting up new systems on the board, and it's all scruffy at the moment, but we're just working out a new system. We're teaming up with a new garage in Totnes, who come and pick up and drop off, and we're not putting all our work there, but we need 2 or 3 good reliable garages that we can, and independent chaps that like the other guys that come and pick up, to come and pick up cars, do vehicle inspections on them, because when we currently take them in, they service them, but sometimes it's just an oil and filter change. They don't look over the whole car, so we're wanting to set up proper inspections for every single car. Every car that comes in gets properly inspected, which they do anyway, but it's all a bit disjointed, So that's that. So we're just trying to get organised and be better at everything. And I think times like this with this woman, and we feel like we dropped the ball, but we haven't, but we could tighten everything up a bit more. So there's always room for bloody improvement. Always room for it. And then everyone can sleep well at night. And everyone, you can know you've done your best and you've covered every corner. Everyone's happy. We can all go to the pub for a beer in the evening, and we can be jolly and laugh about it. And we won't make the baby Jesus cry. That's my theory anyway. So belt and braces. So I'm going to go and take the Eco Sport swap it over the Grandland, be lovely and cheery, and then come back. And then we're off to Dartmouth to go and chat to the regatta chaps. And hopefully maybe just chill out there for a little bit. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, Michelle's gone off getting keys cut and all that sort of stuff for the Picasso that's being handed over tomorrow. Still got to take the tent box off. That had new tyres today. So yeah, miserable outside. So it's just one of those days, dodging bullets and rectifying stuff and getting organised and, improving shit. So Mr. Alex is out there hammering away at one of the Yetis. So we'll probably catch you chats a bit later on. So laters. Right, morning all. A bit throaty today. Feels like someone poured a load of razor blades down my throat and then shat in my mouth. But it's all anyway. Rubbish night's sleep. Can't speak very well. But we're still back at it. So the Picasso's going out today. So we're just, Mr. Alex is just sorting that one out. Got the Crosslander, no, not the Grandland, from the Grandland lady. And after she was complaining about yet another thing that went wrong with it, like the parking sensors, I got in the car and said, do you mind just going round the back of the car? And I pressed the parking sensor button, and the parking sensors all worked. And then she started blaming someone that they had turned them off. Now, I don't know who that someone was, but I didn't turn them off, she said. But anyway, they're working, thank God. And she now hopefully knows how to switch them on and off. But, so the Mr. Picasso man is coming to pick up the Picasso, and he's bringing, part exchanging, a Skoda Roomster, which I think's done about 115,000 miles, 120,000 miles. But again, a very sort of same sort of category as a Yeti, really. So probably quite a good car. There's a car for everyone. There's a car for everyone. So that's what's going on. And also, I'm working on my new website. Yes, that's right. I'm building a new website. So I've decided to build a site that has a lot. Yeah, there are a lot of websites out there that are like templated. So they're like, here's your home page, here's your car detail page, and you have your pictures of your cars, the spec of the cars, contact us, book a test drive. Oh, that's it. Well, this is going slightly more beyond. So it's going to be the cars. It's going to have ask AI about this car. So every car page is going to have some artificial intelligence on it, so you can literally ask it any question about that car. And I programmed it to sort of spit out information only about that car. It's pulling in MOT information through an API. It's on the car page. What else it's doing? It's giving like scores out of 100 for the car based on fuel efficiency, ULEZ compliancy, and all that sort of stuff. Plus, it's all got to look wonderful. And integrating paying deposits online, so we can take payments online. And just loads of other stuff. Of course, also on those pages, trying to cross-sell the tent boxes, because that's important. So buy a car, get a tent box as well. So I might show you that a bit later on, because it's just coming to a point where it's ready to test. So I'm going to send it off to a few people, test, read. Anyway, I'll show you about that. I'll show you a bit of that later on. But I'm really excited about that because, and also in the back end, I've integrated it to advertise any car on the website with Facebook, Google, eBay. So it's all integrated, and you just toggle them on, toggle, and takes all the data from the car spec and chucks it onto those platforms. So it's just a way of me trying to get as much exposure for the cars as possible without having to pay companies fortunes for the privilege of doing so, and just trying to integrate into my site. And you know what? If it bloody works, I'll release it to you buggers, or anyone in the trade that wants to use it, probably for a very, very small fee. Right, anyway, I must crack on. I'll show you that later on. We've got the wine ready for Mr. Picasso. What have we got today? Michelle came in earlier. Oh, we've got a Chateau Merme 2022. Lovely red Bordeaux Superior. Cracker. Right, latest chaps. Right, that's the not the Grandland, the bloody Picasso. Out the door, gone to its new owner. And part exchange, the Skoda Roomster. Cracking car. Loads of marks and stuff on it, loads, but a few bits and bobs around it. But it's that's what I would call a proper bloody Devon car. School run, kids chuck stuff in the back, go camping, and 115,000 miles. And it's, oh, did you see that? It's got the English heritage sticker in the window screen. Fucking gold dust. Full service history and all that sort of stuff. So that'll be a good car for someone locally around here. Not too much money, cheap. So that's Picasso's out the door. The Grandland is back, all fixed and ready to be taken back. That lovely lady. So I'm going to do that in about half an hour. But I'll show you this website now. Have a look at this. See if I can show you around it. It's probably going to pop up with errors now, but right. So I don't know how well you can see this, but homepage, pretty similar to our current website, but there's a few other interesting features. So you can see on the top we've got the tent box, got some warranty stuff and all that sort of jazz. Some cars there, but if we go into the cars section, so all these cars are I've managed to pull in from dealer kit, so they'll automatically update and come in. So in the cars section, let's click on, I don't know, Tucson. So if we go into the Tucson, obviously you've got the images and stuff here. There's an AI vehicle insights section, so I'll show you that in a second. But vehicle information, vehicle insights and conditions, so it pulls out all the data and displays them in a really nice format, I think. Basic details, drivetrain here, economy, it's not showing up the urban MPG, but performance, MOT history, you click on that tab, you click that, and then it fetches, there's an API that pulls in all the MOT history for that car. So that's pretty cool. And then the description, again, this is all we had in dealer kit, that pulls through, all the features. And then at the bottom, ask AI about this vehicle. So then in here, I might put something like, how reliable is this car? And it will take, obviously it'll read exactly what car it is, and it will give you a synopsis of how reliable it is. So if we go enter, Sam is typing. I'm not actually typing, but I don't know why I set it to that. So it just says, yeah, 2017 Hyundai Tucson, it's reliable for its reliability, blah, 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 best all round in 2017. But you could ask it anything here, basically anything. And then on here, up here, you can obviously inquire about the car, reserve it with a deposit. These are the compatible tent boxes with that car, so hopefully we can cross-sell stuff. There is going to be a banner sort of saying you can get 100 quid off or something like that. So you can view the whole tent box range here, which is all here. And you can buy them obviously on the site as well. Warranty information, I've got to just update this. And then Carbotics. This is a new website I'm developing, which is a vehicle history check site. So you'll be able to buy the guaranteed history, finance, stolen, all that data stuff through here as well. And that's another site I'm pulling together, which is almost done. But the cool thing is, if I go into my admin here, the dealer kit section, I can sync with dealer kit, manage all the tent box products and the accessories that go with them. But here, advertising, I've linked up Facebook, eBay and Google Cars. Well, eBay and Google Cars aren't quite configured yet, but Facebook is. And if I want to create an advert, select a vehicle, I don't know, the Tucson, I guess, whack it onto Facebook, create the advert created successfully, go to adverts, view it. Oh no, I can't view it, can I? I can edit the targeting. Yeah. But yeah, here's one I did earlier. It just automatically populated it like this, and that's ready to send off to Facebook. And then I can, it's currently running the ad at the moment on a test, but I can then pause it. So then I can have all the adverts in here and literally pull the information from the cars, and away we go. So That's a way of getting stock up onto various advertising platforms with ease without having to pay bloody companies a fortune to do it. And this website will cost me nothing per month, other than the API lookups, which is pence. So I might actually try and get a template, create the template for this, and then it can go out to others. Never know. Never know. But the Carbotics one's going to be really interesting, and the Carbotics site is also going to have a trader portal in it. So if you're a little mini trader, trading with like 1 to 5 cars or something like that, you remember I did that spreadsheet many moons ago of doing the invoices and things like that. Well, that is going to be perfect for you if you want to do that, because it's going to do all your invoicing. It's going to have your car stock on it. It's going to have the advertising like the Facebook, the Google ads and all that sort of stuff. So it's just a small little place to manage everything, manage all your cars, all your stock and everything like that. And you might be able to link it to a site like this. Never know. Anyway, that will be we're testing all that in the next week, and then it'll push live. So we'll have a nice new website, and it's currently super optimized for Google. Super optimized. So it should shoot to the top and be ahead of all of our competitors if someone types in used car topness. Head of the game, hopefully. But that's what I've been doing the last week or two, and that's why you haven't seen a bloody video, because I've been on the computer. Right. Feels like I need to wet my whistle slightly with a Friday afternoon or Friday evening pint. But before I've got to do that, I'm going to take the Grandland back to the lovely lady, hand the car over, fault-free, show her where all the indicators are and the alarms and everything. And then I think I'm going to head for a pint, definitely. Head for a pint. And I'll probably see you chaps tomorrow. But all in all, what sort of week it's been one or two sales, I can't remember. So flat, but lots of progress in different areas. Anyway, we'll sort all that bollocks out tomorrow. We'll conclude the week tomorrow. But yeah, I'll catch you chaps later. Bye. Well, afternoon, chaps. Saturday afternoon. Michelle and I have been in the office this morning, just tying up some loose ends and just adding stuff to the website and getting cars, making sure cars are up for sale, good and proper. I think we're actually going to look at, this whole game is all about testing and trying stuff. And I know that some dealers have a set model and they look to make, a small little margin but have higher turnover, because those, if you turn over quite a lot, you get some good part exchanges in. And, as you saw, we had a good part exchange the other day that we can make some good money on, hopefully. We may look at doing something similar. At the moment, we're holding out for the best possible price. The cars are sitting around for a bit of time. And ideally, we'd just like a bit of a quicker turnover of sales on the cars. I think we're averaging at about 28 days. We need to halve that at least. So maybe we need to look at buying smarter without as much work that needs to be doing on the cars, take a smaller margin, perhaps, increase turnover, get some good part exchanges in. We'll try that as well. So we've tried getting the cars in that are going to retail under 10,000 quid. So we've got about 8 or 9 cars. I think we've got about 10 cars. Let's have a look. 11 cars, 12 cars under 10,000 quid for sale at the moment. So we will probably have a play around with the pricing, have a look at the margins, and see if we can turn those over a little bit quicker. That's the plan, or one plan, and see what happens. You just got to test, don't you? You just got to test stuff. And soon we will settle with our own little model that works for us in our area with the right sort of customers that we have, and we'll knock it on the head and we'll just charge ahead doing that, or whatever it is. But I think these higher priced cars they're selling, but they're selling a bit longer, and take a bit longer to sell. There needs to be a good margin in a car that you've spent quite a lot of money getting in, because that's a lot of money sitting in one car on the forecourt. So anyway, we're just constantly tweaking and playing. So, but also looking at the advertising. The prices are dictated by Autotrader. I think actually that Crossland that we had, I didn't put it on Autotrader. I just put it straight on the website, and a customer came and saw it. We pitched at the price that we felt it was, good value for that price, that car, and it sold. So we'd like to do a bit more of that if we can. And that's the whole Devon show thing, get people to our site without going through Autotrader and all that sort of stuff. So we are, at the moment, sourcing cars for people at the moment. We've got a woman that we're sourcing a car for. So, just try and look at other avenues of trying to get cars sold and get customers in. So we're constantly working on that. We'll get there. But other than that, not many sold this week, but very productive in various different other areas. And narrowly missing a court appearance. Anyway, she's done and dusted, safe, happy and well. So that's brilliant. Good result. Right, chaps. Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock. Michelle and I are out for supper tonight with some friends. And tomorrow day with the kids. And you'll be seeing this video tomorrow. And we'll be back next week. So now I've got all the mics back, and things are rocking and rolling, and I'm spending less time on the computer. It should be a bit more interesting than just waffling on. And we will do some cooking and all that sort of stuff soon. So hold tight, scream if you want to go faster, and we'll catch you next week. Laters.